fantastic! Welcome to the Medlog channel and the first video of Cappuccino series. This series will be focusing on the higher education in Italy. My name is Ecem. It's written as ECEM, but you can pronounce it however you like. After living in Italy for 4 years, I'm sure that you cannot surprise me. I'm a fifth-year medical student in Turin and I'm 23 years old. On my Instagram account, we made a vote a couple of weeks ago actually, and most of my followers agreed to make the videos in English with Turkish subtitles, and I hope you like it. So I decided to make a series about the higher education in Italy, and we will be focusing on many kind of topics like applications, enrollment procedures, different degrees, and what can you do after your degree, and where you can study in Italy, what are the conditions, scholarships, accommodation situations, and those kind of things basically. So on my first video, I like to tell you why I decided to go abroad for my university education. And this is gonna be a subjective video, which means that it will be based on my feelings and my own journey to give you a background why I decided to study in Italy, why I decided to study medicine, and you can have a better idea of my perspective. So if you're ready, grab your favorite kind of coffee and listen to my story. We can start my interest about medicine. I remember I was always a curious kid. I was doing like weird kind of experiments in our own garden, and I was always asking questions in the classroom. I was that annoying girl, sorry. And it's not a big news for most of you guys, but I'm Turkish. I was always kind of into natural sciences, and in middle school I remember I read a book about genetics, Mendelian genetics, and I was fascinated. And from that day I started to learn more about genetics, and back in that time I was considering molecular biology and genetics for my university degree. But joke's on me, because right now I hate genetics. If I talk more about my middle school times, I remember I was quite interested in European culture. When I was visiting Europe with my parents, I was always thinking, what if I live in this city? Where would I go? What would I do? What would I study? Or where's the university building? And where is the opera building? Those kind of things I used to think about and dream about. But there wasn't any certain country in my mind in middle school. But on the other hand, I must say that in Turkish education system, the first foreign language is English for sure. But the second foreign language is German. And I went to private schools mostly. And I was a successful student. I was taking scholarships, and if you're going to a private school in Turkey, it means that the foreign language education is quite strong, and that's why my foreign languages were English and German, and they were quite good. The thing is, my parents were usually visiting Germany, and in Germany, Austria and Switzerland were the countries that I know well. I can comfortably say that whenever I think about living abroad, those were the countries that I was thinking about, and you cannot blame me, I guess. I didn't know any better. So even before high school, it was on my mind to spend some time abroad and live in some countries, because I started to like traveling, I started to like observing different things, different cultures. I decided to choose my high school according to that. I wanted to go to a high school with a good foreign language education and with an international baccalaureate diploma program. And in fact, I did it. I graduated from Bilkent High School in Ankara, and I also completed the IBDP program. What I want to say about high school is that it was the era of my life when I realized I'm interested more than in studying in or working in laboratories. I realized that I love social interactions, I love talking to people, I love helping to people, trying to understand them. And I remember one day a close friend of mine asked me as like, so you say that you want to study genetics, so are you ready to spend your whole life, all years in a laboratory? And that was the moment where I realized I don't want to, and I want to spend more time with humans. I want to see different kind of humans every day in my life, and I started to look for another options, and medicine was the one, because medicine is a field where science and human relations, human interactions come together, and you have to build up skills for both of the aspects. It was the beginning of the high school, and of course I knew that I wanted to study medicine. I knew that I want to go somewhere else. I started to check for options for medical schools in Europe, and first I tried to find some courses in English, because of course in high school I was seeing all of the lectures in English, and my English was C1 even in 10th grade, but my German was kind of suffering there. Between B1 and B2, I remember. So I checked for the English courses, but I had to give up because United Kingdom is quite expensive, and it's very hard to enter. Like, let's admit that. And there are other countries like Poland, Bulgaria, some other countries, I don't remember. They're also offering English medical courses, but the quality was a question mark. I realized if I don't learn German, I cannot get a good quality of education in Europe without spending thousands of euros. I was checking the application rules and procedures of Germany, Switzerland and Austria, and I was trying to find some cities. In fact, we traveled many cities in Germany just to see how is the life there. And of course you can ask me, why didn't you consider USA, Canada and Australia, those kind of countries? But I couldn't actually, because whenever we talk about those countries with my mom, especially my mom, she didn't want me to go further than 3 or 4 hours of distance with flight, because she wanted to be close to me. And accidentally I realized there are English medical courses in Italy, and they are from the public universities, and they have an entrance exam, but just one exam, so your high school grades won't matter, or they're not gonna put additional interviews. And I was like, what? How could I miss that? Because studying in English will be a lot easier for me. And I started to check web, but basically I found almost nothing, because we are talking about like 5 years earlier of our lives, and there wasn't much on the internet about studying medicine in Italy. But now you're luckier than me, because there are lots of information on the internet, including my channel and my Instagram. What I did, basically, I applied for both of the countries, and in fact, I got acceptance from University of Bonn from Germany. So I took the exam, and there was a moment of clarity that I realized that I was gonna study in Turin. So the take-home messages of this video: I chose Italy over Germany or over other countries because of the first, quality of education. Like, most of the Italian universities that you're gonna enroll for medicine will be in top 500 of the world, and they will have very low tuition fees. And I like how Italian government deals with that, because basically what they do is they want you to bring some economical documents to understand your economic status, and basically according to your financials they determine the tuition fee of the university. And if you're going from a non-European country like me, I promise that it's gonna be very low. Let's not gonna lie, I wanted to study medicine in English instead of German, because medicine is a hard course and it requires lots of work, and I wanted to understand what I study. There's only one exam to enter, and second, unlike France or UK or Germany, there is no mid-exams to be able to continue your medical education. Because, for example, in France, after your first year, I think, you have to take an exam, and if you fail it, you cannot continue to study medicine. But in Italy, you don't get that kind of exam until you graduate, and which is a good thing. And another reason was I thought that I can learn Italian very quickly, and that's another story for another video why I couldn't learn Italian as fast as I supposed to. So we are at the end of this video, and like I said earlier, this video is not to convince you to study in Italy, but this video is only to give you a background about myself, so that you can get to know me better and know my story, know my perspective about studying in Italy. And we will talk more about the pros and cons and good things and bad things about studying medicine in Italy in this series. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me so that I can answer in next videos. And if you like this video, please like it, share it. Until the next video, take care of yourself. Ciao!